Live on the Exeter Sports Network, it's Exeter Eagles Football 2025. Brought to you by Birdie's Inn, 160 Old Friedensburg Road at 5 Points in Exeter, the home of the best burgers and burgers. Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, the power of choice. Advanced Comfort Specialists for all of your HVAC needs. And Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market in Flying Hill. Now to the Exeter Sports Network broadcast booth. Here are your announcers, Darren Ziner and Mike Mitchell.
Mifflin, it comes down to the QB, LeBron Leaf.
Yeah, Leaf's a great athlete. He's 35 carries in the year, 147 yards. He has completed about 50% of his passes for 138 yards, but he's the catalyst. He's going to be the quarterback of that offense. And he's gonna have to make the right reads on the option if Exeter does break down. And you can't be handing the ball to the fullback when the pitchman's there. You can't keep it when you should have handed it to the fullback. So he's gonna have to read things well tonight to give them a chance to win this game.
Leaf on the season, 2 TDs, 2 INTs. So yes, we don't expect to see the ball much in the air on either side, just because of what we've seen up to this point. They're coached by Jeff Lang. And he'll have someone in the backfield, Patrick Stoyer, last week 8 for 62. Again, we expect to see LeBron doing a good part of the heavy lifting as far as quarterback options, but he'll have Stoyer back there to give him some hard yards when they need him. Yeah,
Stoyer's a good athlete. He had an 84-yard kickoff return against Pleasant Valley earlier in the year for a touchdown. He's averaging 8 yards a carry, and he'll be a force to be reckoned with. He's got good speed, strong kid, and he's somebody, again, Exeter's going to have to be assignment perfect. You can't be tackling the pitchman when you're supposed to have the fullback, and that's how option teams make their living. And I was very impressed with the way Exeter did that last week, and hopefully they can do it again this week as well.
Derek DiNatale will be the primary receiver, or you would expect him to be. 4 catches, 43 yards. He's got some size. He's a tight end. The secondary is going to have to pay attention to him because, again, with some read options going to the outside, he may try to get open.
Yeah, and they are throwing the ball more this year. DiNatale has those catches, like you said, and Joe Murray has 4 catches for 45 yards. He caught the game-winning touchdown last week and ended up blocking the field goal. He's a great athlete. So they have some kids there they can throw the ball to, and Leaf does throw a pretty nice ball. Against Perkiomen Valley 2 weeks ago when they were behind, he threw for over 100 yards. So I think if they're winning, you're not going to see them throw much, but if they're behind, they're going to put it up, obviously. And they have some weapons to do that in Murray and DiNatale and Overly as well. He's had a couple catches, and he's a good athlete. So they've got some kids who can catch the ball. So it's not the typical Mifflin where they're going to run no matter what. They do have that option to throw as well.
The Mustangs come into tonight at 2-1 on the season. They beat Pleasant Valley 35-20. In week 1, they lost to Perkiomen Valley 45-13 in week 2. So a bit of an up and down season, mentioning the 2019 victory last week. But Mike, sometimes it's those little victories which can propel you a little bit, give you a little confidence, maybe come out with a little bit of boost the next game.
You're 100% right. I know some people at Mifflin and talked to some administrators over there. I worked there, and they were very excited about that win. They said that's the one that could get them into the playoffs at all. They said that was a game they had to win to get them, over the hump, and I think it gave them a little more confidence heading in this game to Exeter because they gave up almost 600 yards against Perk Valley. I mean, they were shredded in that game. Now, Perkiomen Valley is a great program. But, had they lost last week, I don't know if they're as high coming into this game, but it was an exciting, emotional win, and sometimes that can get people going. Nick Morrissey's a very emotional coach, so, your kids play like you coach, and I think you'll see that out of them. They'll come out fired out tonight.
Talking about Exeter, they are on top of the Class A pile right now. A 3-0 record. They are ranked number 1. They've outscored 3 foes, 134-17. They give up just 148.7 yards a game. And we'll talk more about the defensive prowess as they get ready to head on out to midfield for the coin toss.
You know what's impressive about their defense to me is, you talk about, usually you have a team with leading tacklers. I mean, just their top four. You got Reinert's got 16 on the year, Daubel 15, Donovan Alvarez 15, Jackson 14, and Andre Osborne 14. So you've got a ton of guys there. So game planning wise, you can't say, all right, we're going to double this guy. They all fly to the ball. Their gaps sound. They're very well coached, and you can't game plan for any. And if you try, then you're going to get another guy that's going to come free. Umarino's up there. I mean, I only listed the top four. There's other guys with double-digit tackles. So that makes it, pretty hard to game plan from an offensive coach's standpoint, when you're trying to figure out who you're going to double and that type of thing.
Governor Mifflin wins the toss. They elect to receive. Exeter kicking right to left as you view the field from the home stands. And it looks like everyone getting in position for the playing of our national anthem, and we will go silent. Nice rendition of our national anthem on the electric guitar.
Got me fired up. That was really good.
Something else we'll talk about, not necessarily one of the keys to this game, but it's something that's been plaguing Exeter, and I'd venture to say most high school teams at this stage of the season yet. The penalties still biting them. 9 for 90 against Pleasant Valley earlier in the year, 8 for 75. Yeah, it gets to be a nuisance, but you just don't want to give those up at the most inopportune times.
Yeah, put you behind the sticks, and then it gives people life. I mean, Pleasant Valley, had the ball for a while in the first half. I mean, for most of the first half, they had the ball, time of possession, they were really dominating the game. And it wasn't because they were moving the football, it was because of the penalties by Exeter. So that's something they're going to have to clean up. Last year they had the same problem in the beginning, but by the end of the year they were much better at it. Well-coached teams, I'm sure they'll figure out how to lessen those penalties, especially at key times.
So Jake Franick awaiting the ball from the official. He's got it. He'll tee it up on the 40. Back deep on the left side. I know that's Nick Kalis looking for the number on the right. That could be Patrick Stoyer, number 28.
Yeah, it is, I think. Stoyer had that return against Pleasant Valley. Here we go.
Frenick brings it to the near side. We're going to see if Exeter can maintain. They can't. The ball comes down hot and heavy. Nick Kalis couldn't control it as it rolled along the sideline. Exeter tried to corral it before it went out of bounds, couldn't do it. So the Mustangs escape there, and they'll have the ball in their own 13.
We talk about kicking in the end zone and what a weapon that is. That's actually better because now they've backed them up even further than the 20. Great hustle by the Exeter getting down there to try and recover that.
So put the ball on the 13. LeBron Leaf will bring them out of the huddle. Nick Kalis will join him in the backfield. There's motion. It'll go to Kalis running left. Not a whole lot of room there. Good job on the right side. First one getting there could have been Donovan Alvarez.
Yeah, great read by Alvarez to get out on the pitch, and I think Mifflin watched that Pleasant Valley and the Boone film. You know, they were able to get outside. Any success they had was quick sweeps like that, but Exeter did a good job there.
No gain, bring up 2nd and 10. Leaf will again be under center. Takes a look at the defense. Motion right to left, they'll turn it around, trying to go off the left side. Not a whole lot there. They'll get across the 20. See where they take it out to the 23-yard line. I'm sorry, excuse me. Is that the 23?
Yeah.
It is the 23 because they were on the 18, which I incorrectly had.
Andre Osborne with a nice tackle for the Eagles.
3rd and 5 as Leaf goes under center, takes a look at the defense. He's going to roll out to his right. He's looking. He's being chased. He'll throw it away. Too high for the receiver, Cameron Overly. Aiden Dauble, Jackson Kozik on the pressure. He's got to throw it away. It's going to bring up 4th down, and Mifflin will punt.
Two great things there. Great pressure by Kozik and I forget who else you said because I was watching the secondary, but also great coverage in the secondary. Both Murray and Overly were well blanketed. They were not, wasn't able to get the ball. And wisely by Leaf, throw it out of bounds. Don't force a turnover there.
So Leaf will be the one to punt it away. Back deep, Jaden Ware at his own 48. This one will come to the near side. It'll take a Governor Mifflin bounce. Ware will pick it up. He's got the sideline. He's going to run down the sideline. One man to beat. It's Leaf. He's in the end zone. Touchdown.
Well, we just talked about it, but unfortunately there is a penalty flag. Penalty flag around the 35-yard line, and I don't know what else it could be.
Talk about reactionary football. It takes a huge Governor Mifflin bounce. He'll pick it up somewhere around the 40, just tight ropes the sideline.
He caught that going backwards. How did he make that happen?
He had two guys waiting for him, made a move to the sideline, and took off.
Unbelievable. Jaden Ware is so electric, so electric. Sorry, I cut you off.
That's okay. Unfortunately, it is the penalty against Exeter. So bring it back. They'll put the ball, they're going to mark it off from the 36.
And as we say so often, he was past that point, so it probably didn't need to happen, although you don't know exactly, but because I didn't see it. But when I saw the flag, Ware was around the 20, so it was definitely past that.
So the ball literally spotted where Jaden Ware stood as he was waiting for the punt. They're going to call an illegal blindside block. Thanks to the guys in the booth for that one. So here, before it gets started, it's going to be a procedure against Exeter, so move them back 5.
Yeah, they have to clean this stuff up.
Push the ball back to the 44. It'll be 1st and 15. Jake Hafer will bring them out in the gun. He'll have sidecar right, Leo Brown behind him. Single receiver left He's the motion man. There's the snap, handoff to Leo Brown to the right side. He's able to get over the line of scrimmage. We'll see where they actually put his knee down. It's going to be in Mustang territory at the 49. So give him a gain of 7.
It's a nice play. You know, last week we saw Ware a couple times go in motion and catch pitches to run, and they tried to, you know, Mifflin widen out, and they were able to hit him right up the middle there.
Second and 8. Ball on the 49-yard line. Hafer again in the gun. He's got Ware in motion. And again, the procedure call.
That's 3 penalties for 25 yards already.
So move them back 5. It'll be 2nd and 13. Put the ball on their own 46-yard line. Hafer will come out in the gun. Sidecar right, Leo Brown behind him. Here's motion. It's going to be a handoff to Brown coming this side. He'll get to the outside, trying to stretch the field. Nice tackle there. Cameron Overly.
That's a great play by Overly, because with Ware going in motion, they had nobody out here. If he breaks that tackle, he's gone. Great play by Overly.
They'll take it to the prior line of scrimmage, so a gain of 5. It'll bring up 3rd down and 8 while we tend to the injured Mustang.
It's interesting. Mifflin's playing, usually you see most teams put somebody on top in a zone where Jaden Ware split out. Mifflin's not doing that. So Exeter's putting Ware in motion a lot, which, they may be playing some man. I haven't been able to tell yet, but it probably is man-to-man coverage, and that could create some problems because it's tough for anybody to cover Ware one-on-one like that. But there's definitely no help on top right now, so I'd look for Exeter to take some shots.
Waiting to catch a number on the injured Mustang. While they check him out, 19 games on the docket this evening in the Lancaster-Lebanon League. We'll give you those updates as time goes along. 74 degrees at game time. Still absolutely gorgeous weather. Taking a look at that flag at half-mast this evening, absolutely still.
Definitely been lucky with weather this year. Perfect nights.
Remember a few last year where it got dicey. The wind picked up, obviously. Not exactly sure what was going on. The rain would pick up something fierce, but just like you mentioned, beautiful weather thus far this year for high school football. They continue to take a look at the injured Mustang. Let's go ahead and give you the rundown of games this evening. McCaskey at Hempfield. These are Section 1 games. Penn Manor at Cedar Crest. Reading at Wilson. Up on his own power. Good to see. See if they help him off the field, and they will.
Looks like Jesus Pagan Pacheco for Governor Mifflin.
So we certainly hope that he is not injured too much, unfortunately requiring help as he comes off the field. But again, certainly keeping him in our thoughts that it's not serious. So going to Section 2, Ephrata at Conestoga Valley. Talk about Ephrata being
That's a big
on
one.
a resurgence.
Yeah, that's a big one. That game could go a long way to, determining who's got a shot the upper hand, at least in the beginning of the league schedule here. Section 2 is a lot more balanced than any other section, I think, in the league this year.
The other game in Section 2, Lebanon at the Surging Mules.
Yeah, I think Lebanon's in for a long night. Muhlenberg is playing very good football right now.
So 3rd and 8 as we return to action. Ball on the 49-yard line. Hafer will be in the gun.
They got Ware one-on-one out there with a big cushion.
He's in motion. It's a toss to Leo Brown running right. He'll get the corner. He's got the first down and a whole lot more down close to the 35-yard line. Good seal block on the edge. And Leo Brown with that speed able to get around the corner. They'll put it at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, the last 2 plays, Exeter's decided to put Ware in motion and then run to where he was. The D-backs running out with him, and they're down men over there. They're playing man-to-man coverage, so good play there.
11 yards for Leo Brown. An Exeter first down, 8:28 to go here in the first. We're scoreless. Franick will be in the gun. This time sidecar to his left. It's going to be a handoff going right up the middle. He'll try to sidestep. He gets through.
Oh.
Almost breaks it. Will get inside the 25 to the 24. There's a 14-yard gain and another Exeter first down.
But he runs so hard. He looked like he was done and then broke through, and great tackle at the end there. I couldn't see who it was, but another great run by Brown. And the offensive line for Exeter is really pushing Mifflin back. I mean, it's a Mifflin team that's given up 160 yards a game rushing, so they're going to have their work cut out for them.
Talk about that run. Looks like he just pushed himself through the line, then all of a sudden accelerated to get beyond it, and if it wasn't for the shoestring tackle. Here's a handoff. Nice job, Leo Brown. He'll take a look, get the hold, go into the end zone for a 24-yard touchdown run, and it's 6-0 Exeter.
He was so patient on that run, so patient. He waited and waited and waited. The blocks downfield happened and made his cut, and that was it. Great downfield blocking. Excellent.
7:45 to go here in the first. Exeter strikes first. Jake Franick will come on to kick out of the hold by Jaden Ware. There's the snap. It's down. His foot's through it. And it is good. 7:45 to go here in the first. 7-0 Exeter. And with a timeout on the field, that gives us time for a quick break. You're watching the Exeter Sports Network.
At Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market, they keep it simple. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious. In the mood for a hoagie? Choose one from the menu or tell them what you want. A hot sandwich or a cheesesteak? They've got that covered too. Lunch meat for a family gathering? They have it fresh cut to order. Craving Italian? There are imported specialties you won't find anywhere else. Along with drinks, chips, snacks, and hot or cold brewed coffee in caramel, French vanilla, and hazelnut flavors. That's Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market. 15 Village Center Drive in Flying Hills. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious.
We are back at Exeter. We talk about Exeter, the offense, finding their rhythm. They certainly did there with Leo Brown.
Yeah, 61 yards on 5 carries. He did everything on that drive.
So this kick will go to about the 5, scooping it up, eventually getting out to the 15-yard line. Good special teams. Patrick Stoyer can only get that far.
Yeah, that kick is perfect. It's on the ground. It's to the sideline. Gives guys plenty of time to get down there, pins them, and they're pinned deeper than if he puts it in the end zone. Great job. And once again, Mifflin's got to go 86 yards or 84 yards here.
Put the ball on the 16-yard line.
What a weapon Franick is.
Leaf will come out under center. He's got Kalis behind him. There's motion. Looks like they're going to try to take a quarterback option around the left end, but Exeter having nothing to do with it. It'll be a short game.
Yeah, well, the Leaf's a good, hard downhill runner, but Exeter defend that pretty well.
In fact, give him 5, bring him out to the 21.
Yeah, it looked like more than got more than we thought he did out of it.
Yeah, it certainly looked that way. So 2nd and 5. Leaf under center takes a look at the secondary. He's got motion. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle. Kalis has room to run. He's going to get close to the 30-yard line. It'll be a first down.
That time Mifflin got the better of the line play up front. A good hole for Kalis and a good read by Leaf handing it to him. Good hard run by Kalis.
Bring the ball out to the 30-yard line. That's a 9-yard run. First and 10.
I'm sorry. That's an encouraging sign for Mifflin. If they can control the ball, they got a chance, because giving it too many possessions for Exeter is going to cause too many points. They're just too explosive.
6.5 to go here in the first. Leaf again under center. Motion left to right. It's going to be a pitch to the far right side, but a great job on defense there for Exeter, Josh Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson had the pitch man, and he had him. He didn't fall for any of the fakes to the fullback or the quarterback, which would have been easy to do because the quarterback made a nice run, but he stayed his responsibility. If you stay assignment perfect against the option, you've got a great chance.
It's going to be a loss of 3 on the play. 2nd and 13, move the ball back to the 27-yard line. Leaf again brings him up to the line. Empty backfield this time. Here's motion coming to the near side. It's going to be Stoyer, and a great play by Jaden Ware coming up from the secondary to upend him.
Nice job by Jaden Ware. He read it all the way. Mifflin pulled 2 linemen with that. He avoided the linemen that were coming around the corner and just came up and made a great hit. And, you know, Stoyer's averaging 8 yards a carry. Not an easy guy to bring down. He's been their he's our leading rusher, so great job by Jaden Ware.
So give him 6 yards on the carry. Nice job by Jaden. That could have been a whole lot more. He had some room to run on the outside.
Mifflin a little more spread out here. A shotgun.
He'll be in the gun. Give the handoff up the middle. Stoyer will get across the 38 to about the 39-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th and 1. This is an interesting decision.
Yeah, looks like Nick Morrissey's going to go for it here.
LeBron will be under center. It's going to be a handoff trying to go up, but nothing there. Getting into the backfield, Andre Osborne.
Great job by Osborne there. He blew that up. So an interesting call. I guess, you know, you have to be aggressive on the road. You're the underdog. You got your momentum from last week. You want to try and control the ball, but Exeter wasn't having it.
So there, another situation where the defense comes up big, changes the field position, and we'll see if the offense can capitalize.
It's been all Leo Brown so far. 5 carries, 61 yards.
Hafer will be in the gun again. There's motion left to right. It's going to be a pitch to Leo Brown running right. Jaden Ware leads him. He'll put his head down. Get to about the 35-yard line. We'll see where they mark it.
Tell you what's impressive, too, about Exeter, like everything else, you watch some of these linemen, they're blocking whether they're near the play or away from the play to the whistle blows every time. They don't stop early. They love to hit. Then they're coached well. You can see that.
They'll put the ball on the 37-yard line, so give Brown 2 on that carry. 2nd and 8.
So,
Hafer.
think we might see some play action here. Ware came out of that huddle looking real excited here. He came out with pep in his step. Nope.
Here's the fake, rolling left. He's looking. He's going to throw over the middle. He hits Aiden Doble. Doble's still on his feet. He'll get inside the 20-yard line. Nice rollout by Jake Hafer. Aiden Daubel ran with him. And I'm looking to see if there's laundry on the field somewhere.
Yeah, there is. Over on the opposite sideline on the 30.
The officials were looking around, so it ineligible man downfield on Exeter. So it'll wipe out the advantage.
You know, it's interesting. There was a couple things in that play. Great play fake. He had everybody open. But you know what else they had? Ware one in motion, and he was, if they threw it back to him, and he was calling for it. So look for that later in the game. Maybe a throwback to Jaden Ware there because he was wide open. Maybe this play. Who knows?
So push the ball back to the 42-yard line.
Timeout Exeter.
Second and 13 and a timeout on the field. 3:16 to go here in the first. It's 7-0 Exeter. And we'll step away for these messages. You're watching the Exeter Sports Network.
Food isn't just fuel to live, it's fuel to grow. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. When people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger, and together we can open endless possibilities for people to thrive. Visit feedingamerica.org/act now.
We are back. Something that we've seen here, Mike, that has been a little bit troubling is Exeter gets positive yards, they get the penalty, drag them back. So they just haven't been able to put together, other than the touchdown drive, but a few plays together where they're not having a penalty inflict some damage.
You're exactly right. 4 penalties, 30 yards, and we're 12 minutes into the game, or 9 minutes into the game. Not great. And they haven't. Not been able to chunk anything together because of that.
Franek in the gun. Here's motion right to left. It's going to be Leo Brown running left. He's got the 40. Runs into a man at the 38-yard line. That man taking a look, Dylan Worley. But that's where he's brought down. It'll bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, I think Worley had a big interception last week in Mifflin's win over Hempfield. He's a good athlete and a spearhead leader of the defense there.
So give Leo 4 yards on that carry. Brings up 3rd and 9 with the ball at the 38-yard line.
Good news for Exeter here. You're in 2-down territory. You're not gonna punt in this situation. So they have 2 downs to get it. They can still run the ball if they want to.
Franek in the gun, single receivers right and left. He drops straight back. He's looking. He's going to fire it over the middle all alone. Making the catch, Aiden Daubel inside the 5. What a beautiful pass from Jake Hafer right there, just waiting for Daubel to clear, and he hit him in stride.
Great ball. They just ran basically go routes, all verticals, and Daubel was wide open. There was attention paid to Ware on the left side, and Daubel was wide open, and Hafer hit him in stride.
36 yards on the pass and catch. Takes him down to the 2-yard line. Hafer will be in the gun. He'll have Leo Brown behind him. He's going to take it himself, run to the edge, and he's got it. Jake Hafer with the 2-yard run. And Exeter up 13-0 at the 1:49 mark of the first.
That was a nice play. The good fake inside. Everybody from Mifflin bit, and he just outran everybody to the corner. We've talked about it before, but Hafer's a great all-around athlete. He can run. He's caught a touchdown this year, and he can throw, obviously.
Jake Franek back on. Ball's down. His foot's through it. He is true yet again. And at the 1:49 mark, 14-0 Exeter. And we're going to keep it right here. But that's, Mike, that's exactly what you're looking for right there. You had that first drive with Leo Brown. You were able to get the run game going. Now, because of that, you open up the passing game and you take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, that was we say this often, but there were 3 guys he could have thrown that ball to. Cleverly designed routes and great athletes that are just out running people. But you're right. If you can run the ball, you can play action, you can do whatever you want to do. And Mifflin's had trouble pretty much stopping everybody this year. And, other than Perk Valley, they haven't played an offense close to this. So, I expected Exeter to be able to put a lot of points on the board. But, really, so far, the only thing stopping them is their own penalties.
14-0 your score. The ball teed up, decides to take a nap. Jake Franek puts it back on. Back deep is going to be Cameron Overlay as well as Patrick Stoyer. Here's the kick. It'll be to the near side. It'll hit about the 9. Trying to weave his way is Overlay along the numbers. He'll bring it out to, we'll see, they give him the 25-yard line, and that's where Governor Mifflin will take over 1st and 10.
Yeah, pretty nice return by Overly. Good tackle by Jaden Ware there in the open, and that one didn't quite get to the sideline as much as the other 2 kicks did, but still a pretty good kick, and you pinned it pretty deep. Well, Mifflin, you're in danger territory here. You at least got to get a couple first downs here. You can't get the ball right back, or you're looking at, potential mercy rule situation. This is a huge drive for them.
Leaf will come out in the gun. He'll have a full backfield. 2 receivers left. It's empty on the right. Exeter bouncing around on the defensive line. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle. There is absolutely nothing. Taking a look, Joel Amarino. Kevin Oswalt in there on the stop, as is Jackson Kozik.
Frustration setting in for Mifflin because Callis was the pitch man there, and he was very frustrated that Leaf decided to hand the ball off to the fullback rather than pitch it to him. So, that's, again, Mifflin being assignment perfect, though.
Give him a yard. It'll bring up 2nd and 9. Leaf again in the gun, trying to show a different look this time. He'll drop straight back, looking left. He'll fire it up there. It's going to be short in front of the receiver on the far side. Looking to see who he was trying to hit there.
Looks like Joe Murray. Joe Murray, number 2.
I agree.
Yeah, Murray ran a nice route. He planted and came back to the ball, but Leaf just underthrew it a little bit. Could have been a big play for the Mustangs there.
Yep, skipped it in there. It's 3rd and 9. This sits right into Exeter's hands.
Of course, it's easy for us to say we don't have Joel Marino and Andre Osborne chasing us and Jackson Kozik.
So Leaf in the gun. He'll take the snap, drop straight back. He's looking left. He'll decide to bring it down. Tries to break the 30, dragged down from behind. I think that was that Jackson Kozik again from behind, dragging him down.
Yeah, it looked like a nice play by Kozik, and Mustangs are going to have to punt.
Nice job there because Leaf had some daylight. All he needed was 3 more. But a nice job closing the gap, bringing him down, and the Mustangs will kick it away.
And again, good coverage by the Exeter secondary. Nowhere for Leaf to throw the ball there.
Here's Leaf kicking it away to the near side of the field. It'll hit about the 41, take a small Exeter bounce to the 42. And that's where Exeter will take over. 1st and 10, 8.3 seconds on the clock. Exeter will get 1 play here in the first quarter before we move on to the second.
Might be all they need.
We will find out. Joel Amarino will step up to the football. Franick will be in the gun. There's your motion. Gonna wide open. He's gonna hit Jackson Kozik. He's gonna try to outrun the defense. He'll get inside the 5. Well, you talked about maybe only one play. That was the old play action pass. Kozik released. Nobody else went with him.
I think that might have been Braylon Reiner. It's
Was
hard
that
to tell
Reiner?
with the 8 and the 0,
zero,
but
the
I think
8.
it was
okay,
Braylon.
we'll give Braylon Reiner the love.
That was a great pass, great catch. Great call. He was wide open. How many yards was that?
Well, if they put him on the 4, let's take a look. It's going to be 8, and then you're 46, so 54 yards.
Not a bad fantasy quarter for Hafer, 2 for 2 for 90 yards. That's good to see Braylon Reiner come back. He dropped that touchdown last week. He was wide open, and I got to see him on my way out. He was talking to his dad, disappointed about it, but he's got to be happy about that one.
So the pass there that happens, Braylon, you could see him willing the ball to him. He was kind of moving, his momentum is taking him downfield. He's like, this thing can't get here fast enough.
Yeah, when you're that open sometimes, those are the ones you drop, because you want it to happen so quick and you lose your concentration. And Hafer had to throw it a little bit off his back foot. I think he was shocked how quickly Reiner was open, but the job got done nonetheless. And Exeter's right back in business here.
They'll put the ball at the 4-yard line.
Somebody asked me this week what it's like calling these Exeter games, and I said, you ever watch the movie Groundhog Day? It's sort of the same thing every week. Just come out and dominate in all phases of the game. It's a lot of fun, though.
It absolutely is a lot of fun, no doubt about that. All right, 12 minutes up on the board. Jake Hafer is going to have a power backfield. This one's going to go to Leo Brown, trying to run to the left side. Not a whole lot there. Good job by the Mustang defense to stiffen up.
Yeah, Mifflin was really gap sound on that one. Not much, nowhere for Brown to go.
It'd be hard-pressed if he got a yard, but still call it 2nd and goal. Put the ball at the 3.
Would be surprised to see Hafer keep one here.
Yeah, the rollout has worked really well for him tonight. We'll see what they do here. Again, power backfield. Hafer under center. There's the snap. It's going to be a pitch to Brown, this time running to the outside, and he'll take the corner.
Wow. Untouched Leo Brown. Well-blocked play. Matt Power and staff said, okay, you're going to take the inside away. We'll go wide on you.
The 3-yard touchdown run at the 11-18 mark of the second makes it 20-0.
It's Brown's 8th touchdown on the year.
Jake Franick on the field. Jaden Ware. Oh, a high snap. He picks it up, tries to take it himself. Nothing there, but he'll throw it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. I want to make sure I give proper credit here.
Reiner, I think it was
Braylon Reiner, that's what I thought. So the snap a little high and outside. Ware didn't think he could get it down, so he rolls to the right, thought about running it himself, pulls it back. Braylon Reiner standing in the back of the end zone, and he hits him.
Yeah, Jaden Ware once again showing his athleticism. Amazing athlete. And just, there's a high snap, and rather than risk not having the timing, he decided to go. Looked like he was going to run, and I think Mifflin thought that too. Everybody came up, and he hit him wide open. A little Carter Redding-esque there.
That's exactly right. So Braylon Reiner gets involved in the scoring with the 2-point conversion. There you go. He's got the setup.
We didn't get to do the Boyertown game. There was no room for us there, but I'll tell you, each week that we've done games, they look like they're getting better and better in every phase, minus the penalties.
Here's Franick. He'll kick this one off deep. It'll go down to the 2-yard line. Overly going to bring it out, trying to find some room on the right side. He's got some. That's a nice return. He'll get across the 30-yard line. And we'll see where they put it, but that's a good start considering where Governor Mifflin has been.
Yeah, Cameron Overly's a really good athlete. Nice return there. The Overly name's been synonymous with Mifflin over the years. His dad, his uncles, everybody, great family, and good run by him there.
1st and 10, put the ball at the 31-yard line. 11:09 to go here in the second. It's 22-0 Exeter.
Looks like Mifflin's going to try and spread out. You might see more throwing. Try something.
Here's a pitch to the left side, trying to make a move. Not a whole lot there. This is going to be a hold on Governor Mifflin. Gaetano Campitelli grabbed on the edge, so this one will come back.
Yeah, so again with the option, but out of the shotgun, but not much room there anyway.
And even with the play itself, nice job by the secondary, not allowing him to have a whole lot of room to run.
Yeah, they're prepared. They're definitely playing their, you have your responsibilities. You're supposed to play them, but it's tempting if you see the ball faking in the middle to go get it, and they're just not biting on it.
Well, just when we said Governor Mifflin in good position, now not so much.
Yeah, in an option offense, you don't want to be calling plays 1st and 19 against this type of defense, that's for sure.
So Leaf will be in the gun. He'll have a full backfield, 2 receivers right, empty on the left. There's the snap. It's low. He'll scoop it up. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to fire it deep. Ooh. Incomplete. Trying to hit the receiver, Joe Murray.
Yeah,
too far there.
Good coverage by Ware on the play. Murray got behind him a little bit, but that would have taken a perfect pass to get it. And once again, Leaf dropped the snap, and then he was under pressure. So tough to throw in those circumstances.
So 2nd and officially 19. Put the ball on the 22-yard line.
As a former offensive coach, I watch these games sometimes, and I think, what would I do against this Exeter defense? I think I'd punt.
Take your losses.
Yep.
This is going to be a quick snap. The play clock was at 0, so rolling to the right, trying to hit Murray again, and Leaf's throw is errant off to the side. Incomplete, nearly picked off.
Yeah, that's the normally sure-handed Murray dropped that one, but that definitely had some room to run on that one. Good ball by Leaf, but nice little play design. Good pattern. One thing I noticed from Joe Murray, running some good patterns tonight. Comes from a long lineage of athletes in his family. His dad is in the IEP Hall of Fame for baseball. Mom was the runner-up in states in figure skating. His aunt Kim was a star basketball player at Westchester, and his uncle Lou was a 4-year track star at Villanova. So Joe Murray definitely comes by it honestly.
3rd and 19, the ball at the 22-yard line. Here's a handoff going to the right side. Nothing there. Stoyer hit in the backfield.
Yeah, that's the thing about this defense. Somebody, I couldn't tell it was, missed a tackle in the backfield. You think you have a space, and there's 3 guys there waiting for you.
I want to say that was Braylon Reinert who got in the backfield. Yeah. Disrupted the play, and like you said, there were other Eagles there to clean it up. So no gain, 4th and 19, and Mifflin will have to punt it away.
Looks like Exeter once again is going to get the ball on the other side of the 50. Maybe even more, depending. They've got to kick it away from where. Last time it looked like they made more of a concerted effort to punt it to the sideline. I would punt the ball to Exeter's sideline here and make him run. But
Leaf will kick it away.
Oh, boy.
It'll come down at the 46. Ware's got it. He's got the 30, the 20, and he'll run out of bounds. He had a running start catching the ball at the 46-yard line.
One thing I wouldn't do is punt the ball to him. I'd take a shorter kick, get it out of bounds, and do that.
He takes it all the way to the 21-yard line.
At the media day, I asked Matt Bauer about the increased role for Jaden Ware. And, Coach Bauer's usually a little subdued. He doesn't give you much, but there was a pep in his step talking about. He's like, oh, yeah, he's definitely going to have a bigger role. And you could see it. he's embraced it. He waited his time, and now he's got his chance, and he's making an impact offensively, defensively, special teams, returning and making tackles. It's a great all-around game from him so far, and he hasn't caught a pass, and he still had a great all-around game.
25 yards on the return. And Exeter 1st and 10. Here's a pitch to Jaden Ware. He's going to go on the outside, waiting for his blockers. He's got a few. He'll get the 15. Nice job there, just being a little patient. Waited for Leo Brown to come along, pick up a block. And they'll mark him out at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and short.
Boy, that was a quiet 8. It didn't really look like it, but those long legs, and he was patient with his run there. Just can hurt you in so many different ways. Just putting him in motion. We talk about this every week too, but it bears repeating. The Exeter coaches, the offensive coaches, put these kids in chances to plays to be successful. You didn't see a lot of wide receiver motion in years past, but they want to get Ware involved, and not only on the runs, but then it opens up other things too because you have to pay attention to him.
Single receivers left and right. Hafer in the gun. He's got Leo Brown with him. He's going to hold on to it, but it's a nice job there, not being fooled. Take a look to see who made the tackle. Derek Donatally.
Yeah, nice play by Donatally there. And you talk about being assignment perfect. He must have been responsible for quarterback on boot there, and he got him. It's a 5-yard, 6-yard loss.
Yeah, 6-yard loss. It'll take it back to 3rd and 8 at the 19-yard line. There's the snap, fakes the handoff. It's going to screen it back to the near side, but it's too far for Leo Brown.
Once again, DiNatale there was on the screen. He was right where he needed to be. They fooled some of the linemen, but not DiNatale. He was right out there with Leo Brown. Well done by Mifflin on that play.
So guess what? The ball on the 24-yard line. So Jake Franick will come out to attempt a 41-yarder. Actually, let me take a look here. 26. It'll actually be a 36-yarder.
He's definitely got the leg for it.
Yes, he does. There's the snap. It's down by Ware. Partially blocked. And it's no good. Tried to hit more of a line drive.
I think that was 28. Patrick Stoyer, yeah. So there's some life. That's a second straight field goal the Mustangs have blocked in 2 weeks. Got to stop, and they got to feel good about that.
So with the missed field goal, we remain 22-0, 8:45 to go here in the second.
4 receivers this time, so different look.
Leaf will come out under center. He's got 2 receivers split left and right. And before anything happens, flags fly. It's going to be procedure against Mifflin. Walk him back 5.
Yeah, so spread them out and try and look like they were trying to run the fullback up the middle, but you got to give Mifflin credit. They're trying different formations and different things to try to soften this Exeter defense up, but there really doesn't seem to be any weaknesses. We talked about the variety of players who have double-digit tackles, and they just do their jobs. Certainly can't keep getting penalties and putting yourself behind the sticks, though.
1st and 15, move the ball back to the 15. Leaf will be under center again. 2 receivers left and right. Motion right to left. Here's Leaf trying to make a move on his own, can barely get over the 15. Wrapped up right away. Andre Osborne, first man on the scene.
Osborne's one of those guys, you never see him blocked. If he's blocked for a half second, he's off it. He's strong and he's gap sound, he's quick. Nightmare to prepare for.
So a 2-yard run for Leaf. Brings up 2nd and 13.
Quick to the ball. I don't know if he's a quick runner. I'm assuming he is, but he's definitely quick to the ball.
Again, showing the 2 receivers left and right with Leaf under center. It's going to be a quick handoff up the middle, but nothing doing. Won't even get to, well, they just shy of the 20-yard line. So if you give him 3, or let's say 2. We're going to call it 3rd and 11.
Yeah. Maybe Mifflin will go back to that little curl route that they ran where they had Murray open, or try to hit him deep down the seam.
They do have some talented receivers, so it's interesting that they don't try a little play action pass just to get somebody out on the corner. Here's going to be a quick pitch, a sweep to Stoyer on the right side. Still on his feet. He's close to a first down. A flag comes in late. This could be a late hit on Exeter. We'll see.
These are the kind of penalties you just can't have.
So Stoyer got close to the first down. Some extracurriculars and laundry flies, and we'll see what happens.
And I say that there was a scrum. You couldn't see, how late it was or anything, but it's a killer. Because they looks like they had the first down anyway, but now you're adding 15 more and giving them life.
He got out to the 30-yard line, which was the first down. But tack on the penalty, and they'll walk that off.
So that's 5 penalties for 45 yards unofficially now for Mifflin.
Move the ball out to the 46-yard line.
As I peek at your screen there, we were all talking about effort of their year, but Conestoga Valley they still have something to say, up 21-7 in the second quarter.
Esben Shades certainly will have something to say about that. So Leaf will be under center. Motion right to left. They're going to go with a handoff over the right side. He'll get the 50. It's a good pickup on first down.
Good vision by Callis there that time. There was nothing in the dive hole, and he bounced it outside. It's a little momentum for Mifflin here.
Move him into Exeter territory at the 49. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd and 5. Winding down to 6.5 minutes to go here in the second. 22-0 Exeter. Leaf under center. He's got motion. He'll hand it off up the middle. There is nothing there. He is swallowed up after about a yard. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, I don't know that he didn't look to bounce that one, but there was nowhere to go even if he did. Very gap sound on defense there that time.
Third and 4.
Gotta
Ball
figure
at the 48, probably exactly what you're going to say right now. Go
down
ahead.
territory.
You got it. Nicely done.
It's almost like we've done this before, right?
Maybe a couple times. So Leaf will be under center. He's got a receiver out left, motion right to left. There's a little misdirection inside. Stoyer has it. He's got some room to run. He'll get the 40 inside to the 38-yard line.
Nice play call, a little misdirection, quick trap up inside, and Stoyer could scoot. He's quick feet. Nice play. Mifflin's on the move.
Give Stoyer 10 yards on the carry. Move the ball actually to the 37-yard line, so give Stoyer 11 on the carry. Leaf under center. He'll keep it himself, looking for a pitch, but he'll hold on to it. He's got the corner. He's still on his feet, trying to outrun him to the end zone, and he does. A 37-yard touchdown jaunt by LeBron Leaf.
Well, we've been praising Exeter for being assignment specific, but the fake pitch got people to go for it and get off a Leaf, and then he just turned on the Jets, ran through a tackle. Great play. That's option football at its finest there.
At the 5:02 mark of the second, the Mustangs are on the board. The Mustangs showing their quick strike capability. The ball's down, putting a foot through it for Mifflin, Lance Koenig. That's good. And at the 5:02 mark of the second, it's 22-7 Exeter. I've got a question for you. What makes Birdie's Burgers the best in Berks? Let's break it down. Fresh, never frozen beef, seasoned to perfection, and an exquisite brioche bun that doesn't quit, and toppings that mean business. The result? A burger so good, it defies expectation. Add live bands, cold drinks, and a friendly crowd that knows what's good, and you've got Birdie's in. This week's entertainment at Birdie's, Saturday night, 7 to 10 p.m. The Amigos return to Birdie's Inn Sunday at 4:30. The Philadelphia Eagles are at the Kansas City Chiefs Monday, 5:30 to 8:30. Mr. Modi Bike Night. Tuesday, 6:30 to 9:30. Open Mic Night. Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Ultimate and unique trivia experience. Birdie's Inn, 160 Old Friedensburg Road in Exeter, where they remind you to have fun and be kind. Koenig will kick off for Governor Mifflin. This one will come down on the near side. And I'm going to say it's Jaden Ware.
Yeah, it looks like Jaden Ware.
He'll get to the 25. He'll get wrapped up. Good tackle there. Lucas Kreider for the Mustangs wrapped him up, wouldn't let him go.
It's a good thing Kreider held on, because if he'd gotten out of that, still be running.
So Jaden Ware brings the ball out to the 26-yard line. I think that's where they'll put it down. So Hafer will be in the gun, single receiver left and right. It's going to be a handoff to Leo Brown. He's looking for room in the middle. We'll drag a few would-be tacklers with him to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 9. It'll be second and short.
Yeah, good patient run again by Brown. He waited for his blockers, found his seam, and got a nice 9-yard gain out of it. Had he not been patient, it probably would have been a 2-yard gain.
Hafer in the gun again. Another handoff to Brown. He's going to bounce it outside. He's got a lot of room to run, trying to get by everybody on the outside. He'll get knocked out at about the 40-yard line. A beautiful job of following the blocks around the edge. Move him to the 40.
Yeah, 26-yard run for Brown there. Good patience, and you know, you're Mifflin. You score, you're back in it, and then 2 runs later, you get him 35 yards.
1st and 10 on the Mustang 40, just like that. Hafer will be in the gun, Brown behind him. He'll take the handoff. He's looking. He's got a seam. He's at the 30. He's at the 25, the 20. He'll take it inside the 20 to the 19. There's a 21-yard run for Leo Brown. And Exeter on the move.
Yeah, 3 carries, 56 yards just on this drive alone. Well blocked at the point of attack, and Brown did the rest.
There's the offensive line taking over, just absolutely owning the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely, for most part, all night they have.
Hafer will take the snap. He'll give it to Brown, who's running left. He's got a gap. Still on his feet. They can't bring him down, and he'll go into the end zone from 19 yards out. That was one of those multiple defenders had an opportunity to bring him down. Leo kept the legs churning and ends up into the end zone.
Yeah, beautiful run by Brown. His 3rd of the night, his 9th on the year, and just continuing to have a spectacular season.
3:36 to go here in the second. We'll see if Jake Franick adds on the PAT. It's down, his foot's through it, and it's good. 3:36 to go here in the second. It's Exeter 29, Governor Mifflin 7. We're going to keep it right here.
That's 13 carries, 146 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Leo Brown in the first half.
I'll tell you what, we've talked about it too. Just when you think, again, Governor Mifflin, they put some points up on the board, they're feeling a little bit better about themselves, and Exeter just turns around and literally just rams the ball right down them, moves the ball at will, and they're in the end zone in literally under 2 minutes.
Yeah, 4 plays and under 2 minutes, they go 70-some yards. And all Leo Brown runs. And, nailed at the point of attack, and he just makes people miss and runs through tackles downfield. So tough to defend. Really tough to defend. And now Exeter's getting the ball back in the second half, so Mifflin's kind of in a must-score situation here. This one could get really ugly.
Here's Jake Franick kicking it away to the far side. It'll be picked up at about the 3-yard line. Running along the far side is going to be Kalis. Actually, it's Overly.
Yeah, another good return by Overly. He's done a nice job back there.
So he'll bring it out close to the 30-yard line again, maybe the 29.
Well, Mifflin has all their timeouts, 3.5 minutes, so you don't have to abandon your option running here, but you do kind of have to move. They had a little success that last drive spreading Exeter out a little bit. Did some stuff out of the shotgun with 4 wide, so maybe they'll go back to that.
See if they use some receivers in the slot. Not sure. Needless to say, Leaf will be under center. He's got the eye behind him. This is going to be a handoff right up the middle, and they stack him immediately. There is nowhere to go. Coming out of the pack, probably Braylon Reinert, but he'll be down by contact. Brings up second down.
6 Exeter Eagles at the point of contact there. Unbelievable. Led by Joel Marino.
The hard part to believe is they actually gave him a yard out of that.
Yeah. Forward progress, I guess.
Yeah. 2nd and 9, put the ball on the 30-yard line. Leaf will be under center, 2:45 to go in the second. This is going to be a handoff. Actually, no, it's an errant pitch, which Stoyer will knock out of bounds. Leaf put the ball in the gut of the up man, pulled it back, tried to pitch it to the outside, but errant, and ultimately it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, good assignment football there. Everybody, they weren't fooled on a pitch there. Somebody made sure they took the quarterback, and they did. Big loss.
Take it back to the 23. It's a loss of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 16. Leaf again under center. They've got motion right to left. Here's a handoff to Stoyer going off tackle to the right side. Absolutely nothing there. We'll call it no gain.
They tried that quick trap that they got the first down on last drive, but Exeter was ready for it. And Matt Bauer wisely calling timeout, preserve some time here. Exeter can score again before the half. They only have 1 left, but
2:29 on the clock. But early in this season, if you're Coach Bauer and you're taking a look at how your team has responded from, and we can talk about last year being as incredible a season as it was, knowing that you were going to have some new pieces to the puzzle. And at that point, he's got to be pretty pleased.
Yeah, I think so. They're defensively, I think they're eons ahead of everybody they're playing so far. They're not giving up much of anything, and offensively, they're picking up where they left off. I mean, Leo Brown, the running game's been the major part, but when they have to throw, I mean, you're 2 for 3 for 90 yards tonight. Any high school team would take that and a half. So, yeah, they're kind of clicking. I want to say on all cylinders, special teams wise too. I mean, if they kick this ball to Ware here, I'd be stunned. You got to kick this out of bounds.
So Ware back at his own. We'll call it the 49.5. Here's Leaf kicking it. It'll come down to Ware at the 46. He's going to come to the near side. He's going to step up, and there's a flag. So he'll probably try to take it to the house, dancing around. They'll stop him inside the 10, but a flag came out on the other side of the 50. So this one will come back. It's almost as if they're just sitting on that, waiting for it.
I just don't know why on earth you'd kick the ball to him. I'd kick it out of bounds. I don't know. I haven't coached in a couple years, but I just don't understand that. He's such a dynamic player. He nearly fooled them at the end there, faking he stepped out of bounds and almost scored.
So we'll see where they ultimately put the football. He caught it about the 46. The flags come out somewhere around the 48, 49 yard line.
He has close to 80 yards in punt returns called back tonight.
So the ball will be placed 36-yard line. Nope, they're going to bring it out to the 38.
Well, he got one timeout. This is 4 Leo Brown runs away from the end zone here. They've just been totally dominating the line of scrimmage, the Eagles, like they do most weeks, but really it's apparent tonight.
Or one Braylon Reinert go route.
Yeah. Or Jaden Ware, or take your pick.
Name your
Aiden Dahlville.
That's right.
Jackson Kozik.
So Ware is in the Wildcat. He's going to hand it off to Leo Brown going to the left side, who's got a lot of room to run. He'll get pushed out of bounds inside the Mustang 40. Well, waiting to see what's happening on the far side of the field.
There's another flag.
It's a 22-yard run for Leo Brown. We'll see what happens, and it looks like Exeter's coming back. Well, apparently the officials may have what we call the running clock won't happen on our dime. So Jaden Ware will be in the Wildcat again. And this time it'll go to Leo Brown coming to this side. He'll put a shoulder down, just knock a few around, get out to the 45. That was a great pickup of 8.
Yeah, that was a lot of running for 8 yards, but some good nifty moves by Brown.
So after the play, put the ball on the 45. It'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, Brown's out of the game now.
Here's Franek. He's going to hand it off.
Jackson. That was Jackson. You know, Jackson can run too. He's had some great runs this year as a first down.
Josh Jackson will take it into Mustang territory to the 48-yard line. A gain of 7 and a first down.
Yeah, Jackson's no slouch. He can run. He's got good vision. He's quick. And he's got downfield speed.
Jaden Ware in the Wildcat again. Here's a little flea flicker to Hafer, who's going to fire it up deep, and it's picked off. So LeBron Leaf has it. He'll dance out of bounds at around the 50. So Exeter tries a little razzle-dazzle. And Mifflin comes away with the INT.
Yeah, he had to throw that ball a long way. Just didn't quite get enough on it. Leaf made a nice play. Got it at its highest point. Mifflin's got all 3 timeouts. 47 seconds.
Now they will call a penalty against Governor Mifflin. Flag on the field. So I'm not exactly sure if that did anything, because this is where Leaf went out of bounds. So they're going to have to take 10 off of this spot. Well, that's a personal foul.
Boy, that hurts. Talk about timely penalties. Now, you know, you're not a passing team. You had the ball almost at midfield. Now you're losing 15 yards with 47 seconds to go. That's a killer. It's a killer penalty there.
So Leaf will come out under center, just letting the clock run a little bit. There's motion. This will be a handoff up the middle, trying to find some space. Nothing there. Aiden Dauble, one of the first ones there pulling him back, as is Wyatt Richard.
Yeah, Dauble, Richard, great job on that play, both of them.
Kevin Oswald also in there.
Looks like Mifflin's going to be content to just go in the locker room down.
Yeah, they take
22.
a look over at the clock, and the play clock is at 16, and there's 1 second differential. So they'll make them snap at once. He'll probably just take the knee, and he does. And that'll take care of the first half here at Exeter. We've played 2 full. It's Exeter 29, Governor Mifflin 7. We'll be back with some halftime comments before too long. We appreciate you joining us this evening. You're watching the Exeter Sports Network on Jerry Gelliff Media.
Life moves fast. Your insurance should keep up. At Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, Brad Coley shops over 30 top-rated carriers to find the right coverage for you. Home, auto, business, life. Whatever you need, they've got your back. Real service, real savings, real fast. Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, the power of choice.
Adding your own flavor to fashion comes with age.
Okay, Dad, look at you.
Yeah, welcome. Hi.
Forgetting how to add doesn't. Finding it difficult to work with numbers may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Dad, are you okay?
An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's. Some things come with age, some others don't.
29 years 7. Jumping the gun there. 29-7 your score. Exeter here at the half at Rifton. And Mike, we take a look, and the Exeter offense wasn't clicking right away, but once they got the offensive line moving, Leo Brown, things changed.
Yeah, Leo Brown, 15 carries, 163 yards, 3 touchdowns. Hafer's throwing for 90 yards, 2 for 4. So they're getting things done. Really controlling the line of scrimmage up front. They're able to do whatever they want. The only thing stopping them so far has been their own penalties, although they've slowed that down. And defensively, they've done a really nice job, too, minus a player. One play, that touchdown run by Leaf. But they're pretty much dominating this game like they've been all season.
The defense would start stoutly, I suppose is the best way to put it. They would stop Governor Mifflin on a 3-and-out. Ultimately get the ball, take over on a 7-play drive, culminating in a 24-yard Leo Brown run. And what we're seeing, Mike, is Leo Brown is not just a one-dimensional runner.
No, he's got great vision. He's patient. Last year you didn't get to see that much out of him with the patience part, but he was a strong, tough runner and was fast. But he's very patient, and he's really picked his holes effectively tonight. In fact, his last 2 runs, or his last run of 8 yards, was probably one of his better runs, even though it didn't go for a touchdown because there wasn't anything there initially. He waited patiently. There was a block downfield. He made his cut and got the 8 yards.
And, of course, while we talk about Leo Brown, we can certainly mention Jaden Ware, and you talked about it during the broadcast as to the return yards that he had brought back by penalty, but just such a dynamic player.
Yeah, I mean, let's look at this game so far. He's had, I think, 3 returns of over 80 yards total called back from penalties. He has an 8-yard run on a sweep, the only time he's touched the ball on offense. But then he takes a high snap on an extra point, decides let's not mess with the timing, rolls out, buys time, and throws a perfect strike to Braylon Reiner for 2. I mean, he's such a weapon. He's such a weapon in so many different ways. And defensively, and Mifflin hasn't thrown much tonight, but he's had good coverage. But he's had a couple tackles, and on the kickoff team he made a tackle. So he's had his hands in every phase of this game tonight, and he's done that for years. And downfield blocking as well, he's always excelled at. But, he's definitely a guy who, no matter what he's doing, he's impacting the game.
We know that Exeter is going to take their shots down the field. They, again, did that tonight, of course, hitting Aiden Daubel on a long one, hitting Braylon Reinert on a long one. So it's one of those, you just put that in your back pocket, and when you need it, you just bring it out.
Yeah, they definitely have it. The one was a play-action pass to Daubel and to Reinert, and the one to Daubel was just a straight drop back, and everybody ran go routes, verticals, and he hit Daubel in stride. So they've got it clicking on all cylinders offensively. They clear up the penalties. This most likely is going to be another mercy rule here very shortly. And which, it goes without saying, but I mean, you're talking about a rival, a team that, dominated this series for a long time. And in recent years, Exeter's had the better of it, since that playoff win, the big upset the one year. But they've this is a dominating performance tonight.
Indeed it is. Let's take a look at some scores around the Lancaster-Lebanon League. These are all halftime scores. Hempfield 35, McCaskey 6, Cedar Crest 27, Penn Manor 7, Wilson all over Reading 49-0. Moving to Section 2, Conestoga Valley 31, Effort 7. At the end of 1, it was Muhlenberg 21, Lebanon 7.
We got an update on that one. Sorry, it's 40-7 Muhlenberg right now.
There you go, 40-7 Muhlenberg. The Mules looking to make a statement this year, of course, after some prior seasons doing that again tonight. Moving to Section 3, all halftime scores. Solanco 21, Warwick 0. Cacalico over Garden Spot 21-17. Fleetwood 16. Conrad Weiser 6. Moving to Section 4. All halftime scores. Lampeter Stroudsburg 23, Donegal 6. Twin Valley 53, Elko 0. Wyomissing 35, Northern Lebanon 0. And Octorara 20, Daniel Boone 6. Moving to Section 5, this one a second quarter score. It was Columbia 9, Lancaster Catholic 0. And all halftime scores, Berks Catholic 27, Pequot Valley 0. It was Anvil Cleona 21, Hamburg 0, and Schuylkill Valley 28, Kutztown 7. In 2 non-league games, the Mannheims Township 28-17 over Plymouth White March, and Central 14-6 over Bermudian Springs. That's also at the half.
Columbia leading Lancaster Catholic's a bit of a surprise there, 9-0. And Conestoga Valley putting it on Ephrata. Not a surprise, I guess, but Ephrata, supposed to be better, much improved this year. Conestoga Valley in Lee Corso fashion, not so fast, my friend.
Ephrata may be the upstart, however, not so fast.
Coming out for this first drive for Exeter, you could put a score on, you get it close to the running clock. If you're Mifflin, this is a must stop. If you're going to stay in this game and make it competitive and have any chance, they got to have a stop here. Wouldn't surprise me the type of coach Morrissey is to see maybe an onside kick here. You've been giving them field position all game anyway. You have to stop them. You kick it deep to those return men, you're risking a deep return anyway. Why not take a chance and try and get your team a little momentum? Because you're going to have to win possession. If you're going to try and win the game, you're going to have to get an extra possession here somehow.
So Exeter in their final huddle out on the field around the 35-yard line, waiting for Governor Mifflin to come on the field. Exeter, as you mentioned, will have possession to start the quarter. We'll see if Jaden Ware does some magic here to get things started.
Yeah, I would be absolutely stunned if they kicked the ball to him.
Well, it wouldn't have been the first time in this game that happened, so there's the possibility.
Well, halftime's about adjustments, so hopefully. I don't know. What do I know? Well, hopefully for Exeter they kick it to him, but I don't see it happen.
Waiting for the clock to wind down. Here's where we just look around the stadium and pick something out to talk about.
I'll tell you, one of the things that, speaking of that itself, it always impressed me last year and impressed me this year. You take a guy like Riley Martinez, he could be, if he was healthy, he probably would have set most passing records in Exeter school history right now. He's down there in a sling, out for how long, and he's interacting with guys and helping guys in the sidelines. And that's an every game thing with him into the game. And, that shows he's a young man of great character, because he could easily be pouting. He could be upset. I'm sure on the inside it's killing him not being able to play. But you know what? He said, this is my situation. I'm going to make the best of it. I'm going to help everybody else be better. He's an ideal teammate and a great leader. You can just see it watching him on the sidelines.
So Koenig will kick it off for Governor Mifflin. 12 minutes up on the clock. He'll approach it. Fire it down in the direction of one Jaden Ware, who will pick it up at the 5. He's going to hit his team, and he could be gone. He's got one man to beat. He's going to outrace him, and he's gone all the way down the sideline, 95 yards, making sure there's no laundry on the field.
Exhibit 10 of why you don't kick the ball to Jaden Ware if you're the opposing team. Way to go, Jaden. What a run.
95 yards to the house. And Exeter puts 6 more on the board.
95, yeah. Anybody could have seen that coming the way he was returning punts. I don't know why you do it. Well blocked, and he just explodes. He's got a different level of speed.
And I'm not sure who the first one to level that block on the outside to spring him. But there was one Exeter Eagle that lit somebody up.
That was a great block because they did have people down there. Then he just ran away from everybody.
Ball down for Franick. He'll punch it through. It's good. 11:45 to go in the third. It only took 15 seconds. And Exeter up 36-7.
Unbelievable. Jaden Ware's done just about everything tonight. We just were talking about it too, and then.
Yeah. Well, you talked about the transitions that you may make at halftime or the transitions that you may not make at halftime.
Yeah, and I guess, you're playing the game. If you squib kick it, you're giving up field position. I get it, but at least they have to move the ball. I mean, we have the advantage of seeing Exeter all the time, but, nowadays with Huddle, they have every game of Exeter's, I'm sure. I don't know why you come into a game thinking you can kick the ball to that kid. It's amazing to me. I know I wouldn't.
He is one special athlete,
Yep.
no doubt. All right, Jake Franick will put the ball up on the tee.
But we talked about special teams, such a weapon. They pin the other team deep, and they get great returns all the time. It's, they're really dominant in all three phases.
Overlay and Stoyer back deep. This is going to come down to Overlay. It's going to get by him, go into the end zone. It'll be a touchback.
It's really something when the ball goes in the end zone, and now they're going to have their second best starting field position of the night on a kick in the end zone. That's how good their kickoffs have been and coverage. Overlay had one really nice return, but other than that, they've pinned them inside the 20 on every kickoff.
So the four front guys, Joel Marino, Kevin Oswald, Andre Osborne, Leaf will be under center. Empty backfield. Flanked on either side.
It's like they're back to their tight option formation here.
Here's going to be a pitch to the outside. Not much there at all. Nice play.
Is that Daubel?
I think it's Aiden Daubel. He's going to trip up Stoyer, and it'll be a loss of one. Chased him down from behind.
That's a heck of a play by Daubel, showing his speed, because he's on the opposite side of the field, running down the pitch man on an option. Great job by Aiden.
It'll be a loss of one. Make it second 11. Put the ball at the 19.
This Exeter defense, I've got Mifflin unofficially for 81 yards rushing and 11 passing so far this game. And that was on a pop pass like that.
Here's the pop pass to Stoyer coming to the near side. He'll get across the 25. Some curricular activity. I don't think I saw a flag. I think they were just tangled up.
Yeah, sometimes it gets tough to know where you're at when it's run to the short side like that.
So looking to see where they ultimately put the ball. They'll put it at the 26-yard line. So it'll be a gain of 7. Call it third. Well, they're going to back it up a little bit. Call it a gain of 6. It'll be third and a little over 5.
I wish they had that pop pass when I played. I had much better stats. Got to talk to Coach Wolfram about that.
Leaf will roll to his left. He's looking. He'll fire. He'll hit his receiver. That's going to be Derek DeNatale.
That's a great ball by Leaf there. He's rolling left under pressure, had to throw off his back foot and somehow squared his shoulders and zipped it in. Got to give Leaf a lot of credit on that one.
And he'll get just enough for the first down, move the chains, and the Mustang drive continues.
Nice catch by DeNatale there.
Leaf will come out under center. He's got Kalis behind him. There's the snap. It's going to go straight up the middle. They'll give him a couple yards, maybe 3. It'll bring up second down.
You know, we talked about it in the pregame show, but, Leaf throws a nice football. He's not a bad quarterback. I know they want to run the option. That's what they do, but they look like they have some kids who can catch it. And even his incompletions tonight haven't been off by that much. Just really good coverage. He had to throw one away because everything was covered.
Josh Liss in the game now for Exeter. Here's Leaf tried to hang on to it himself. Not a whole lot of room to run. I think it was Braylon Reinert that was on him right away.
That was a great hit by Reinert. He lit him up there.
We'll say, if anything, maybe maybe a gain of 1. But 3rd and 5. Looks like they'll give him a few more than that, but needless to say, it was good penetration getting into the backfield.
Reiner looks like he's getting more and more confident and comfortable on defense each week. He's delivered some big hits last week and this week.
Leaf will come out in the gun sidecar right. There's motion. It's going to be a little jet sweep. Looking for room to run is Steyer. He's not going to be able to get the first down. He'll pick up maybe 3. It'll be 4th and 2.
Well, Mifflin's going to go for it here. Guess you have to if you any chance to win the game. You going to need at least 4 possessions and somehow figure out how to stop Exeter.
Or if he's just going to come out and try to bark him offside, yeah. They break the huddle. Leaf will be, and before anything happens, I'm going to say a timeout.
It took a while getting the play in there.
Yeah, the clock was winding down.
That's you don't want that when you're down 29. You're trying to make a comeback. You're going to need if you happen to get momentum, you're going to need all your timeouts. But conversely, if you don't get the first down there, it's pretty much over anyway. So you have to use it. But
we will keep it right here. Mike, probably one of the first games, well, it is the first game as we sit here, that it actually feels like it's getting a little cooler out on the field. Up until this point, we've been looking at 80 degrees at game time, and it's kind of hung on us a little bit. Now there's a coolness. There's that breeze in the air.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like football weather.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you, this Exeter defense has really been impressive. They don't get the headlines that the offense does, but they move to the football, and it's not just one guy. It's amazing to me. They gang tackle as good as any high school defense I've seen.
Leaf will come out in the gun. He's got sidecar on either side of him. And I think they were jumping on the sideline because this is going to be a procedure against Governor Mifflin. So any chance there was of going for it on 4th down has been thwarted.
Well, I'm not going to be a broken record, but if they punt the ball to him here, I'm going to be a broken record.
Well, LeBron Leaf will step back to kick it. Jaden Ware stands at his own 43. And they'll angle it to the side. It'll go out of bounds.
Maybe it wasn't the halftime adjustment. Maybe they made it after that 95-yard return, but that's what I would be doing. Still great field position for Exeter here.
They'll mark it at the 44 of the Eagles. That's where they will take over 1st and 10. 8:12 to go here in the third. It's 36-7 Exeter.
It's such a weapon because you don't punt it to him and you think, all right, so he doesn't return it, but you don't get much on the punt because you got to kick it out of bounds. It's tough.
Number 21, Brady Adams, in the game now, a wide receiver on the far side. Here's Hafer. He'll take a step back, fire it to the near side to Jaden Ware. He'll be taken out of bounds.
Oh, no.
And Ware goes down quickly. They'll take a look at him. Looks like it could be a cramp the way he's putting his foot up. He went down in a hurry. But bring the ball out to the 50. It's a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Hafer will come out in the gun. Sidecar left. He's got Brown behind him. It'll be Brown running left. He's got room to run. He'll get the 45 down to the 43, and it'll be an Exeter first down. talk about blocking. Andre Osborne.
Yes.
And you take a look as far as, let me find out somebody else there, Matt Liss. They're another 5 yards downfield making the blocks.
And they don't stop. They don't stop till the whistle. Their coach, Osborne, just kept going. That was 15, like you said, 10, 15 yards downfield.
Move it to the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 Exeter.
What Brown get on that one? 5?
Let's see. Give him 6.
6, okay.
There's Hafer in the gun. He'll take the snap. He's going to roll to his left. He'll get to about the 38-yard line where he's shoved out of bounds by a host of Mustangs.
Nice block at the point of attack by Braylon Reinert there.
Well, looks like they'll back him up, taking a look to see where they'll mark him. They'll mark him at the 39, so give him 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Looks like a holding penalty. Another one on Exeter.
Indeed it is. They'll walk it off. It'll bring up 1st and about 14. It's actually 15 now that I take a look. 1st and 15, put the ball on the 49-yard line of the Mustangs. Hafer will be in the gun, sidecar right, single receiver right. He's going to give it to Leo Brown. He'll take a stutter step, still on his feet. Talk about power moving the pile. He'll get across the 40 to the 37-yard line. It's a 12-yard run. It'll bring up 2nd down and short.
Broken record again, but the patience of Leo Brown there, again, that's not a less experienced back is not getting that kind of gain in that play. Getting a little chippy out there. It looked like there was some extra hitting on Brown on that one at the end. Hopefully the officials get control of this. Chippy. Definitely chippy.
Hafer will be in the gun. He'll give it to Brown. He's going to bounce it left. He's got some room to run. He'll get the 30 spinning. This very well could be, I want to say, a face mask. I don't think there was a player for Exeter in the area. We'll see what they call.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, never mind. It looked like Leo's head got spun a little bit.
What an amazing run, though, to get more out of that. Unofficially, I have 8 penalties for 75 yards. Just continues to be an issue against Exeter.
So this is like pinball. You take it down, you bring it back. You take it down, you bring it back. Now put the ball on the 42-yard line. It'll make it 2nd and 8. Hafer will come out in the gun. Brown behind him. He'll give it to Brown. He's going to bounce it to the right side. He's got some room to run. He's got the 35, the 30, the 25, and he'll run out of bounds. Talk about the speed of Leo Brown right there, getting to the outside.
Yeah, and he set it up with a nice little fake cut back to the inside, which he's done so many times tonight. Got the defense to commit and then shifted back out to the outside. Nifty little move there by Brown.
16 yards on the run. 1st and 10. Put the ball on the 26 for Exeter. Exeter will come out over the ball. Hafer in the gun. This is going to be a pitch coming to the far side. Good job there, Leo Brown, able to get by the outside contain.
Yeah, it was, Mifflin kind of did a run blitz right into that play, and Brown, with his speed and strength, was able to run through the tackle and beat it to the outside and gain 6 yards.
We'll see where they're going to give him. They'll put the ball right on the 21-yard line. So, yep, a 5-yard run there for Leo Brown. And talk about being able just to nurse the clock, too. We're winding down to 5 minutes to go here in the third. All you have to do is give it to your bell cow and just watch that clock melt
Tick
away.
away, and all Mifflin's hopes. Jackson's in now.
Here's Jackson running right. He's got his hand on the back of the blocker, and 21 yards later, he is in the end zone for a touchdown.
And that wasn't, it looked easy because he really wasn't touched, but he set that up. He got on his hip of his lineman, waited patiently, waited for the block in his space to cut, then he turned on the Jets. He's been an impressive runner. He hasn't carried the ball a whole lot this year, but he's got a couple long runs. And I think we said last week, he's playing behind Leo Brown. That's the only reason he's not getting the bulk of the carries, because he's a darn good running back in his own right, as Leo was last year playing behind Jaden Zandier.
So Jake Franek on. Ball down, his foot's through it. It is good. And at the 5:02 mark of the third, it's Exeter 43, Governor Mifflin 7. And there's a timeout on the field. We'll be right back with more Exeter Eagles action. You're watching the Exeter Sports Network.
At Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market, they keep it simple. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious.
Adding your own
In the mood
flavor
for a
to fashion
hoagie?
comes
Choose
with
one
age.
from the menu or tell them what you want. A hot sandwich or a cheesesteak?
Forgetting
They've
how
got
to
that
add
covered too.
doesn't. Finding
Lunch
it
meat for a
difficult to
family
work with
gathering?
numbers
They have
may be
it
a
fresh
sign of
cut to order.
Alzheimer's.
Craving Italian?
Are you okay?
An
There
early
are imported
diagnosis can help
specialties you
improve the
won't
quality
find
of
anywhere,
life for your loved one.
along with
Learn the
drinks,
warning
chips,
signs of
snacks,
Alzheimer's.
and hot or
Some
cold brewed
things come with
coffee
age.
in
Some
caramel,
others
French vanilla, and
don't.
hazelnut flavors. That's Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market. 15 Village Center Drive in Flying Hills. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious. It's the Exeter Sports Network.
We are back. Jake Franek has the ball on the tee at the 40. We have entered the running clock realm, and the ball falls off the tee, so Franek will tee it back up. We've talked about one of the biggest challenges that Coach Bauer probably has is when to take out the starters, and you start, of course, putting in the backups. Here's a kick to the right side. It'll come down at about the 4, trying to make the tackle, but spinning him to the other side. Flag will come down. Lucas Kreider.
I just can't see how that can be on Exeter. That's got to be an illegal block.
If they were going to throw anything, it might have been the
Initially
collar.
there, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And it is against the Mustangs.
I don't know what that signal is. What's this?
Was it an illegal block? Did he just push forward?
What's this signal?
Oh, is that what it was?
Is that helmet to helmet? That's not in high school, is it? Yeah.
That's right. It's I need a Snickers. So a timeout from Governor Mifflin.
That'll leave them with 1, but, just another dominating performance by Exeter here. Just every phase of the game.
And opposing coaches are going to take a look at newspapers, articles, things of that nature, and really delve into what transpired here tonight to know the dominance that Exeter had. It's not just something that shows up cute on paper because you scored late.
It has been a dominating performance. One missed assignment on defense is the only reason Mifflin has points. And a great run by Leaf, taking nothing away from him. But offensively and defense, and special teams, they've totally dominated this football game.
Nick Pashley in there, playing center field. New quarterback in there for Governor Mifflin. Here's a handoff coming to the near side. Nothing there.
Yeah, Jack Miller in at quarterback for the Mustangs.
Taking a look, Donovan Alvarez on the outside for Exeter coming up to make the play. And like you said, Jack Miller, a 5'9" sophomore quarterback, takes over.
Another timeout for Mifflin.
Interesting, unless they're just looking to run the clock here and they don't want to have to worry about it in the second half. I'm not sure.
Or maybe they have their whole second unit in and they're not sure. You know, sometimes that becomes a little bit of a problem.
True. So next week, Exeter will be here for one more game before they head on the road for 4 straight. The Lebanon Cedars will make their way to Rifton.
Yeah, the schedule makers did Lebanon no favors going Muhlenberg, Exeter back-to-back.
And then Exeter Friday the 26th, they will be at Ephrata. The 3rd of October, they travel to Muhlenberg. The 10th of October, the Eagles on the road to Hempfield. And the 17th, Conestoga Valley. So 4 straight road games after the early part of the season being kind to them.
Yeah, the opposite of last year. Was the last year we were on the road tripping and then home for a while, so. Both teams emptying their benches here, give young kids a chance to play.
So Miller will be under center. They'll give the handoff up the middle. Not a lot there. Get across the 20 maybe. And it'll bring up 4th down. Coming out of the game for Exeter, Dylan Donate. Stefan Fuller backs up.
He's got some jets. We saw him with a nice touchdown run last week. He can fly.
On the far side,
looks like Miller's going to be the punter. Both quarterbacks for Mifflin are punters.
Yep, Miller's going to kick it away quickly. It'll take a Governor Mifflin bounce. It'll take it all the way inside Exeter territory to the 34, and that's where they will take over. 1st and 10. 2:45 to go here in the 3rd. 43-7 Exeter.
Might get to see a little Donovan Alvarez and a little Stefan Fuller here. Alvarez had some good hard runs last week when he was in. Looks like Jackson's coming out. We'll get to see more of him.
Eddie Farrar in there for Exeter.
For you baseball fans, the Phillies are up 6-2 over Kansas City. Continue their hot play.
Michael Livergood in the slot. Here's going to be a handoff going to the right side, lowering his head and just driving through. The ball comes loose. And I think Exeter got it back.
And look, this could be a face mask. I don't know what else they're calling here. No, it's on Exeter. Surprise. I mean, he threw that where Jackson was running the ball. There were no linemen to hold where he threw the flag. It was no, I don't know.
Well, these are going to offset.
Okay.
So unless they were, I would assume they're dead ball fouls. Because if they're dead ball fouls, then you're moving the chains. Otherwise, you're moving the ball back. So that's what I'm thinking. The ball has to be back at the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're moving it now. You're right.
All right, so after we take care of all that, Exeter 1st and 10, put the ball in the 34. Here's Fuller. He's going to keep it himself, does a nice job keeping the defender off of him. He's moving around.
What a run by Fuller.
He'll get a good 9 out of this one. A lot of juking in the middle.
Should have been a 4-yard loss. Great run by Stephen Fuller there.
Oh, they're going to give him the first down, so give him 10, and the drive continues.
That was a really dynamic, amazing run by Fuller. What an athlete.
A minute and a half to go here in the third, running clock. Fuller will come out in the gun. He's got sidecar to his right. 2 receivers left, 1 on the right. There's the snap. It's going to be a handoff going up the middle. Bouncing off and trying to get to the outside, Michael Livergood. Oh, actually, I'll stand corrected there. It's not 23, it's 33, and that's Nick Kozik.
Good run by Kozik. He was hitting the backfield and kept pounding. He lost a yard, but he kept going. Strong kid for a freshman.
There's Michael Livergood. He comes into the game now. Coming out, Kevin Oswald. Fuller will call timeout. Doesn't like what he sees. So 34.5 seconds on the clock, 43-7. We are in the third.
You know, the challenge, another challenge that Matt Bauer and Exeter faces, we talked about this before, but when you're blowing these teams out all the time, getting these kids up each week to play, you know, at the highest level. And, you know, next week you got a struggling Lebanon program coming in here. But after that, you know, you're pretty much playing a game every week. You know, well, your league games are important then. You got Ephrata, Conestoga Valley, and, well, E-Town at the end of the year, who's a little better. But you got your big ones there. And Hempfield, a non-league game, still a strong program. Mifflin did beat them last week, but you have to show up to play them. They're always, you know, a pretty decent program. Putting it on McCaskey tonight, I see 49-6. So.
Fuller brings him out in the gun. There's the snap. This will be a handoff coming to the left side. Getting across the 45. Taking a look to see, and it's going to be. Oh, here we go. We're going to have to find that one for you.
I don't see a 35 on either roster.
Yeah, I don't either. So
Amari King, maybe? He's 34. I don't know.
We'll see what we can find out for you there. But needless to say, the clock will wind down to zeros. That will be the third quarter. Here at Rifton, your score 43-7 Exeter.
What makes Birdie's Burgers the best in Berks? Let's break it down. Fresh, never frozen beef, seasoned to perfection.
Adding your own flavor to
Exclusive
fashion comes with
bouquet
age.
bun that doesn't quit. And toppings that mean business. The result?
Forgetting
a
how to
burger
add
so good,
doesn't.
it's a 5
Finding it difficult
expectation.
to work with numbers
Add live
may be a
bands,
sign of
cold drinks, and a
Alzheimer's.
friendly crowd that knows what's
Are you
good.
okay?
An early
And you've got
diagnosis can
Birdie's
help
in.
improve the quality
This
of life
week's
for your loved
entertainment at
one.
Birdie's.
Learn the
Saturday
warning
night,
signs of
7 to 10,
Alzheimer's.
the Amigos
Some
return
things
to
come with
Birdie's
age.
Inn.
Some
Sunday
others
at 4:30, you got
don't.
Philadelphia Eagles at Kansas City Chiefs football. Monday, 5:30 to 8:30, Mr. Modi's Bike Night. Tuesday, 6:30 to 9:30, Open Mic Night. Wednesday, 7 to 9, ultimate and unique trivia experience. Birdie's Inn, 160 Old Freemansburg Road in Exeter, where they remind you to have fun and be kind.
there's a handoff going right up the middle.
Might have been the quickest quarter break I've ever seen. I barely got through that ad.
Getting through the line there and then grabbed and pulled back. But it'll bring up fourth down.
Here's something you don't see every day. Exeter punting. I think 3 or 4 all year that I've seen. But, you know, this is another area that they're excel. Frantic can boom it.
I think this is one of those you just want him to get at least one kick so he has his average in per game. He'll average somewhere around 44 yards a kick. He waits for it. And beforehand, the officials apparently got a little tiresome. The play clock goes to 0, so this will be delay against Exeter.
That gives them 5 more yards to play with on the punt and not get in the end zone. Probably a good penalty to take. Actually, it is a good penalty to take. With his leg, it makes sense.
So Franek awaits the snap. He's got it, but before we do it again, and look at this, he airs this one out. And it's going to be a procedure against Exeter.
That was a good 50-yard punt in the air. 52 maybe.
Now Franek's telling him, all right, guys, I have enough room
No
now.
more bounce.
Yeah, I've got it. Another big kick. He'll take it at the 21. He's weaving his way through. He's got some room to run. He'll miss a man somewhere around the 50, get into Exeter territory. So
nice return by Lucas Kreider there. He's only a freshman. Made that first guy miss, and then he turned on the Jets. Very good return by Kreider.
He'll bring it all the way back to the Eagle 42-yard line. There's going to be a quarterback keeper by Miller to the right side. He'll have some room to run. He'll get out inside the 25.
Nice run by Miller there.
Good run for him, yeah. Winding clock, almost 9 minutes to go here in the fourth. Our PA announcer is, I kid you not, Merrill Reese.
Every time I hear it, I'm thinking it's Merrill Reese here.
It's fantastic. Miller under center. He'll hand it off. They'll go right up the gut. Still on his feet. He'll get inside the 15. They'll push him down close to the 12. It's going to be Rylan Overly. And we've got a timeout on the field.
Okay, and that brings us to our advanced comfort specialist play of the game. This is your advanced comfort specialist heat check play of the game. We're going to go this week with Jaden Ware and his electrifying 95-yard kickoff return to start the second half for Exeter. Stop worrying about surprise breakdowns. With Advanced Comfort Specialist preventative maintenance plans, you'll get priority scheduling, discounted repairs, and peace of mind all year long. Sign up today with Advanced Comfort Specialist on the web at advancedcomfortspecialist.com or call 610-224-9756. Advanced Comfort Specialist. Our passion is your comfort.
Clock stopped 8:36 with the timeout. Governor Mifflin will come over the ball. Miller will be in the gun. He's got the eye behind him. Single receiver left, the right side empty. Here's going to be a handoff going right up the middle. It's Overly. They'll stack him up just outside of the 5. It'll bring up second down.
You know, Governor Mifflin obviously struggled tonight, but they still have the pieces to put a decent season together here. Leaf's a pretty darn good quarterback. Callis and Steyer can run the football, so they just got to figure it out defensively. They've not been, all year it's been an issue, and they got to figure something out on that side of the ball.
Miller again under center. He'll give it to Overly, trying to go right up the middle. But Exeter, true to the task right there, brings him down just inside the 5. It's third down.
Good job by Troy Gooden on the tackle there for the Eagles.
Here's a test for the young defense. Third down, Miller under center. He'll give it to the up man Overly, but a great job on the left side crashing in. Will bring him down, and it's fourth down.
Really nice push by the front of the line there. Looked like Liss was in on that. You know, the second unit doesn't look like they're missing a beat as far as, you know, playing option football. That's a, you know, credit to the Exeter program. They've got both units ready to go. You know, next man up mentality, everybody's ready. Sometimes you get second units in there, you know, you're getting penalties, nobody's lining up right. Both these programs obviously are run the right way. These kids know what they're doing.
Miller will be under center. He's going to pitch it to the outside, trying to get to the corner. And he does. It's a touchdown for the Mustangs. Trevor King able to take it in.
Nice play call there. They've been going up the middle. Exeter started, you know, is kind of owning the middle of the line there. They decided to go wide, and King was able to take it in for the touchdown.
So give him the 2-yard run at the 6:29 mark, 43-13. And they'll go for 2. Going to roll out to the right. Will Miller, he'll throw it to the corner of the end zone. He'll make the completion for the 2-point conversion. It's going to be Lucas Kreider.
Miller threw a nice ball there. He was off his back foot a little bit. Good play fake. Got it out there. Kreider shows some speed. I'll tell you, for a freshman, that might be a name Berks County's going to be looking forward to with the kickoff return or the punt return and that play. He's got some wheels.
So 43-15 your score after the 2-point conversion for the Mustangs. The old missing cell phone gag. All right, taking a look to see who Exeter's sending deep.
It's like Stephen Fuller.
And it's going to be Jordan Coakley.
Yeah.
Koenig will kick it off for the Mustangs. He approaches it. There we go. This will go over Fuller's head and into the end zone.
Good leg.
And Exeter will take over 1st and 10 on the 20. That is a part of the game where we've talked about this before too. When perhaps we were younger, special teams weren't a part of the game. You were lucky your punter if he could get it 25 yards and sky it just to be able to get your team underneath the ball so they're not returning it, things of that nature. Obviously a totally different game over the last 10, 12, 15 years.
Yeah, and the amount of guys who can kick it in the end zone, you know, a 35-yard field goal back when we were in school was considered unbelievable. Now you got guys kicking from 50. You know, it's amazing how far it's come.
Fuller has it. He's going to hand off coming up the middle. A nice move there. We'll get across the 25-yard line. Taking a look to see.
That was Nick Kozik, 33.
There you go.
He's only a freshman. He's a couple decent and good hard runs tonight. He was patient on that one. He waited for his block and turned it into a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, nice play there. A little trap coming to the opposite side. Like you said, he had to wait for a couple blocks to materialize. Did a nice job waiting for him. Picked up some nice yardage. 2nd and 3. Here's Fuller in the gun. He'll take the snap. Handoff will go off to the left side. Braden Ott on the carry for Exeter. He'll pick up maybe a yard.
Braden,
3rd and short.
Only a freshman. Good, nowhere to run on that one, but he held on to the ball and got what he could. I like Fuller's presence. I think he's going to be a good quarterback. He's only a sophomore.
5 minutes to go here in the 4th.
Carries himself like a winner, you can tell.
Fuller will take the snap. He'll hand it off. Running to the right side. Getting across where they'll mark him right at the 30. This could be, we'll see where they mark it, could be enough for a first down. Are they? And they're going to say yes.
Good hard run by out there to get the first down. There wasn't much, but he found a way to get it.
Another nice job of running right there. Stayed behind his blockers. Needed a few. Not a whole lot to work off of, but he got the first down. Fuller will take the snap. Handoff he'll keep it. Bring it to this side. He'll spin off of a couple tacklers. He'll get down to the 39-yard line. That's a nice gain of 9.
You know, that was similar to the play he scored on last week. He's a very good play faker too, Fuller. A lot like Hafer. You know, must be something they work a lot on because they're very good at it. Fuller's got some speed. He's electric. That was a really nice tackle because he could have, if he got by that guy, he was gone.
Fuller again in the gun. This will be a handoff to the left. A lot of room to run.
Kozik again, Nick Kozik.
Yep, Nick Kozik. He'll get across the 40-yard line.
You know, this Exeter, the second line here is doing a really nice job opening some holes. Good job by Exeter's coaching staff who they're getting these kids opportunity to run. They're not rushing. They're not trying to put another score on the board, but they're still playing football. They're taking their time calling plays. It's classy, and you're still getting your kids reps. It's a way to do it.
Fuller again in the gun. It'll be a handoff.
Nice.
Able to get by the line of scrimmage and sprinting on the near sideline. A good run there.
That's odd again. Nice job by Ott because it looked like he almost fumbled the handoff because Fuller was not, whether he was going to give or keep it. There was a little bit of a mesh point issue, but then he turned on the Jets and got a huge play out of it.
Yeah,
nice run, Braden Ott.
Had a defender there in the backfield too.
Yeah.
So like you said, when it was one of those you couldn't quite tell if it was a fumbled snap or not, Ott did a nice job accelerating, getting to the outside, picking up a big gain.
Impressive stuff from this second unit here from Exeter.
Winding down to 2 minutes to go here in the 4th. Going to be a handoff to Ott again. He'll run right up the middle. Good hard running. He'll pick up close to 5.
Good push by the line up front. Gianni Caruso, 57, with a nice block there. Blocking to the whistle.
Few more plays for this evening till we call it. Fuller in the gun. He'll take the snap. He'll hand it off. Running left. That's going to be a face mask, so tack on 15 for that one.
Yeah, Nick Kozik again off the left side. Did a good job to hold on to the ball with getting his face mask ripped like that.
So we're at 11 seconds to go. Once they start the clock here, that'll take care of it. I'm sorry, it's a minute. Look at that. It was a minute 11. Jumping the gun just a bit.
You were thinking about getting one of those Birdie's burgers, weren't you?
Apparently I was. So Exeter will walk up to the line. 13 on the play clock.
Oh.
Here's a run to the right side, wrapped up right away.
Yeah, 61. Mikey Fuentes was having none of that for Mifflin. Great play. He closed off his block and made the tackle.
And they'll let the clock run. That'll take care of it. And Exeter has taken care of business once again with backyard rival Governor Mifflin. And they take tonight's game in Rifton 43-15. We will be back with post-game comments after these messages. You're watching the Exeter Sports Network.
Life moves fast. Your insurance should keep up. At Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, Brad Coley shops over 30 top-rated carriers to find the right coverage for you. Home, auto, business, life. Whatever you need, they've got your back. Real service, real savings, real fast. Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, the power of choice.
Up here, right?
At Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market, they keep it simple. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious. In the mood for a hoagie? Choose one from the menu or tell them what you want. A hot sandwich or a cheesesteak? They've got that covered too. Lunch meat for a family gathering? They have it fresh cut to order. Craving Italian? There are imported specialties you won't find anywhere else. Along with drinks, chips, snacks, and hot or cold brewed coffee in caramel, French vanilla, and hazelnut flavors. That's Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market. 15 Village Center Drive in Flying Hills. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious. You're watching the Exeter Sports Network on Jerry Gallup Media.
are back at Rifton, and we are going to go right to the interview. Mike
Let's
has
look at
coach.
that camera, because if not, they're up there. Okay, Mike Mitchell from Jerry Gale Sports. I'm here with Matt Bauer. Coach, great job tonight. You guys ran the ball very effectively. Talk about your offensive line and Leo Brown and how impressive their performance was tonight.
I couldn't be more pleased. You know, I challenged them all week. I told them the game was going to be won in the trenches, and always, if we can control the line of scrimmage, we're going to be successful. And Leo Brown is really coming into his own. He's getting better every week. He's seeing the holes, and he's one of the most explosive players that I've ever coached.
Offensively as well, you know, you didn't have to throw it much tonight, but when you did, Jake Hafer come up with a couple big passes, one to Braylon Reiner, one to Aiden Daubel. One of the things that impresses me about Hafer is he's such a great play faker. When you guys run play action, it seems like all four guys going out in the pattern are open.
Well, again, a lot of that is from controlling the line of scrimmage. But, yes, he did a great job tonight managing the game. He made some key throws when we needed him to and made really great decisions all night long. He's definitely a gamer for us.
Defensively, it's hard to talk about one guy. There seems to be 4 or 5 guys gang-banged on every play, but the last 2 weeks you've played option teams, and with the exception of Leaf's touchdown run, you know, he made a fake pitch and guys kind of bit on that. You guys were assigned perfect. Fullback tackle, pitchman's taken care of, quarterback's taken care of, and that's not easy to prepare for. Talk to us about your defensive staff and your players.
First of all, Coach Ford puts in so much time, puts these kids in the best position to be successful. We worked really hard this week. It was a really physical practice. You know, we tackled and things of that nature, so we were ready for game speed. We were assignment driven. We challenged them all week to not try to do too much, just do their job, and they really executed tonight.
Finally, Jaden Ware. I mean, not just the 95-yard electric kickoff return. You guys are putting him in motion, talking to him, but even when he goes in motion, people are going with him, and you're running back the other way. He made a couple tackles on kickoffs. He had 3 punt returns for about 80-something yards that got called back. What an electric player. Tell us about his work ethic.
Right in the head. He's electric for sure. He's a playmaker. Anytime he has the ball in his hands, he can do something dynamic. And you know what? Tonight, he's one of our leaders. You know, you don't see often where a guy runs a 95-yard touchdown and then gets right back in the huddle and runs down on kickoff and makes a play.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Coach, seems like you guys are firing on all cylinders. Congratulations on the win tonight, and we look forward to next week against Lebanon. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, we are back in the booth. Mike Mitchell with Coach Bauer there on the win this evening. We will do a quick wrap-up for you here. So Exeter gets things going at the 7:45 mark of the first. That's where Leo Brown would make his first appearance. Exeter would do a great job, a 3-and-out for Governor Mifflin. They would take over on their own 49-yard line 7 plays later, and it's Leo Brown with that 24-yarder to the house. Add the Jake Franick PAT, it's 7-0. The defense again comes to play. They make do, stopping Governor Mifflin at the 39-yard line. And after a few possessions, taking a look here, it's actually Jake Franick, Jake Hafer, with a 2-yard run there in the first. It's 14-0 at that point. Leo Brown would show up again for a 3-yard run, 11-18 of the second. It's 22-0. And, you know, even just talking to that point, Mike joins me again in the booth. Leo had already established himself by the time he had the second touchdown. So Governor Mifflin knew you're either going to be able to stop him or they're going to run on us all night.
Yeah, and that's, you know, what Coach Bauer was saying. Their offensive line just blew people off the ball. And he said he gave Brown credit. He is getting better each week. And you can see it. He's patient, but he has explosion at times, and he can run people over and run through tackles. And it was just Mifflin was overmatched tonight in every facet of the game.
LeBron Leaf would get a 37-yard touchdown run for the Mustangs at 5:02 of the second. But here comes Leo Brown again, his third touchdown run, 19 yards this time. And then we talked about the electrifying Jaden Ware, 95 yards for the return at the 11:45 mark, 36-7, essentially putting the game away.
Yeah, that was definitely a backbreaker there for Jaden Ware to run that kickoff back. And, he just does so many things. And as coach said in the, then he's making the tackle on kickoff the next play. So it's a fun night. It was a fun night. So many people contributed to that game, and Exeter really played a good football game tonight, minus a few penalties.
So Exeter also gets a Josh Jackson 21-yard touchdown run. Governor Mifflin would tack one on late, 43-15 your final. And I think we've pretty much wrapped up everything. Again, the Lebanon Cedars next week. So at that point, again, maybe one of those tune-ups before they actually start hitting the meat, if you will. But today certainly was a calling card to find out where Exeter stood.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's a rivalry game. Mifflin's a decent, a good program. They're down a little bit, but they're still a good program. And to come out here and dominate them the way they did, I mean, that's pretty impressive. I mean, that's one of their most dominating wins against Mifflin. They really owned that game from start to finish, and it was fun to watch. I mean, they're getting better each week. I mean, Coach Bauer said it about Leo Brown, but I think as a team, they're getting better each week. And, it's going to be fun to watch them down the stretch as these games get more and more important. It's hard to top what they did last year, but, defensively and offensively, they're right on track to do that. I just can't get over the aggressiveness and the way their defense flies around. And, it's just they're very well coached, and he gave credit to Coach Ford, but their defense is very well coached. They don't give up many gaps, and they don't give people an opportunity to make plays. Now, that is aided by special teams because they pin people deep, but it's going to be fun to watch these next number of weeks of football till we get in the playoffs here, because if this team keeps getting better, I think they're going to be playing deep into November or December.
And I think you're right. All right, well, I think we've said everything that we can tonight. Friends, that's all. Oh, wait a second, what?
I think you have.
You think? All right.
We got the okay.
Well, we had to make sure, yeah, we got the nod that we can actually leave the air tonight. That's always a good sign. All right, well, that's all from Rifton. Tonight's final, Exeter 43, Governor Mifflin 15. Exeter High School varsity football coverage continues on the Exeter Sports Network next Friday, September the 19th, as your Exeter Eagles are right back here in Rifton for a tilt against the Lebanon Cedars, 6:45 for pregame. For my partner, Mike Mitchell, producer Jerry Gilliff, our camera girl, Olivia Renninger, does a great job for us. I'm Darren Ziner. Thank you for joining us on the Exeter Sports Network on Jerry Gilliff Media. Have a great evening. God bless.
Thank you for joining us for Exeter Eagles football on the Exeter Sports Network. Brought to you by Birdie's Inn, where they remind you to have fun and be kind. Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group. Advanced Comfort Specialists, supplying all of your HVAC needs. And Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market in Flying Hills. Join us all season long for Exeter Sports Network coverage of your Exeter Eagles. This has been a presentation of Jerry Gilliff Media. Good night.